Hello guys, Colin here. If you own a valve amplifier and have taken a look at the valves themselves, you'll probably have noticed that they have this shiny, silvery patch on the inside of the glass tube. It's usually at the top, although it can be in other places, like in the case of this Tungsol 6L6. Have you ever wondered to yourself, what's that for? No? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway, so sit back and relax. Valves, especially older ones, don't always have this shiny spot. It's not actually required for the valve to operate effectively, rather it's an addition to newer valves that's somewhat of a safety feature. It's called a Gator Sport and only appears after the valve has been fully constructed. This circular tray arrangement here is the Gator. It does nothing particularly while the valve is in operation, but while the valve was being constructed, it held a metal called barium. Barium is the 56th element of the periodic table and is most commonly used in the compound barium sulfate. If you're ever unfortunate enough to have to get an x-ray of your digestive tract, then it's barium sulfate, which shows up smashing on an x-ray, that will be introduced to your body via the medium of enema. Bottoms up. In its pure elemental form, barium is pretty useless for the majority of applications, as it reacts rapidly with atmospheric oxygen, completely oxidizing within minutes. But it's this property that makes it so useful inside a vacuum tube. During the manufacture of a valve, once the internal structure is complete and inserted inside its glass tube, the air is sucked from the arrangement, forming a vacuum, and then the valve is sealed so that no air can get back in. The Gator is then heated to high temperature using a radio frequency induction heating method. This vaporizes the barium, depositing it on the inner surface of the glass. The barium will then get to work reacting with all the stray oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and water vapour molecules left over after the vacuum process, as these molecules, if present, can interfere with the operation of the valve. But should the glass tube of the valve ever become compromised, say it cracks or comes away from its bottom fixture, then air will get into the valve and the barium will react rapidly with the large quantities of oxygen, turning from a mirror shine into a dull white. That is what happened to this ECC83 valve when the glass nipple broke from the top of the tube. You can see the huge difference in appearance between this one and a valve that still has its vacuum intact. So the main purpose of the silver spot is to react quickly with oxygen to alert the operator of a valve seal failure. If you come across any valves that are white on top, then look at getting them replaced, as they've gone leaky and the vacuum has left the tube. If you were wondering about the book that contained the wonderful pictures and information on barium, then it is The Elements by Theodore Gray, a fantastic coffee table book that explores every known atom in the universe in a practical, bite-sized way. Highly recommended for anyone with a casual interest in chemistry, or as we used to call it, wet physics, and the science of the objects we use every day. If you've liked this video and you want to see more content from me, then you can hit the subscribe button and that will notify you of all new content as it comes out. My Patreon's also there for exclusive secret stuff if you wish to support me further, and there's other videos you might not have seen. But that's all for now guys, keep it loud, and I'll see you later.
Did someone say barium?